What if your next electric car could refuel in just 10 minutes, give you nearly 750 miles of freedom on one charge, and cut battery expenses in half? This isn't some pie-in-the-sky promise. It's Toyota's bold $13.6 billion bet on solid-state battery technology, slated to hit the roads by 2027. You've heard the same old story for years. EVs promise a cleaner future, but every time you plug in, you're reminded of the limitations. Think about the time you were on a long drive and the charger was miles away. That frustration is real, and Toyota is tired of it too. Toyota is stepping up with a plan that's as straightforward as it is revolutionary. They're diving headfirst into solid-state battery technology, a move that swaps out the clunky liquid electrolytes in today's batteries for a sleek, solid alternative. This change isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a complete reinvention of EV performance. If you're fed up with the same old limitations, Toyota's approach might just be the breakthrough we've all been waiting for. Solid-state batteries promise to eliminate long waits at charging stations by drastically reducing charging times to around 10 minutes. This means you could fill up your battery during a coffee break instead of waiting half an hour or more. And when it comes to range, these batteries are designed to take you nearly 750 miles on a single charge. That's not just an incremental improvement, it's a leap that could erase range anxiety once and for all. This isn't a startup's wild dream or a research paper's hopeful projection. Toyota is a seasoned player. They revolutionized the hybrid market with the Prius, and now they're betting big on solid-state tech. Their $13.6 billion investment shows they're not just tinkering on the edges. They're going all in. But how does it work? At its core, a traditional EV battery uses a liquid electrolyte to shuttle ions between electrodes. It gets the job done, but it's not exactly efficient and comes with its own set of challenges, like the risk of overheating or, worse, battery fires. With a solid-state battery, that liquid is replaced by a solid material. The result? A faster, safer, and more efficient battery. The solid electrolyte allows ions to move much quicker, meaning the battery can charge faster and hold more energy. On top of that, Toyota is likely to use high nickel compositions in the battery's cathode, such as NCM811, which consists of 80% nickel, 10% cobalt, and 10% manganese, or possibly even blends with up to 90% nickel. The result? A battery that not only charges fast but also stores a lot more energy. Then there's the anode, where Toyota is leaning toward lithium metal. This isn't just any material. Lithium metal anodes have the potential to offer capacities up to 10 times higher than the graphite anodes used in most of today's lithium-ion batteries. The catch? Lithium metal tends to form tiny needle-like structures called dendrites that can cause short circuits. But Toyota's research into managing the solid electrolyte interface, SEI, suggests they found a way to curb dendrite formation, creating a more stable and reliable battery. Then there's the matter of cost. Batteries are one of the most expensive components in an electric vehicle, often accounting for about 30% of the total cost. Cutting that expense by half could significantly reduce the overall price of EVs, making them accessible to a much broader audience. Cheaper, more efficient batteries could accelerate the shift away from internal combustion engines, paving the way for a cleaner, greener future. Toyota's approach, however, is grounded in solid research, extensive testing, and a commitment to overcoming the obstacles that have held back electric vehicles for so long. The implications extend well beyond the auto industry. A successful solid-state battery could upend entire supply chains. The current lithium-ion battery market relies heavily on mining and refining materials like cobalt and nickel, some of which come with significant ethical and geopolitical concerns. If solid-state batteries can reduce or eliminate the need for these materials, the ripple effects could be profound. Mining companies might need to pivot, and regions that have long depended on these industries could face major economic shifts. So what does this mean for you, the everyday driver? It means a future where the frustrations of long charging times and range anxiety become relics of the past. There's also an environmental angle that can't be ignored. With longer-lasting batteries and a reduction in reliance on conflict minerals, solid-state technology aligns perfectly with the growing demand for sustainable and ethical production methods. If Toyota's vision pans out, the life cycle of an electric vehicle, from production to disposal, could become much greener. Of course, no technology comes without risks. Scaling up any new innovation is a challenge, and solid-state batteries are no exception. Some of the biggest hurdles include ensuring that the new manufacturing process can be scaled up without compromising quality and managing the sensitivity of the materials involved. Toyota's strategy seems to acknowledge these risks head-on. They're not diving into this lightly. This isn't a half-hearted effort. It's a full-throttle push to redefine what's possible in the realm of electric vehicles. It's about making EVs as convenient as filling up with gas, if not more so. Toyota's bet on this technology is not just a win for them, it's a potential win for anyone who has ever been frustrated by the limitations of current EV technology. Imagine a near future where your EV charges in the time it takes to grab a latte, where you don't have to plan your trips around charging stations, and where your car performs like it's powered by a next-generation engine. This isn't science fiction. It's a goal that Toyota is actively working toward. And while there's no guarantee that every challenge will be overcome, the sheer scale of Toyota's commitment suggests they're prepared to fight tooth and nail for this breakthrough. QuantumScape, backed by major companies like Volkswagen and influential figures like Bill Gates, has had its ups and downs, while Solid Power is working hard with partners like BMW and Ford. The competition is fierce, and every company is racing against the clock to solve the same set of problems. However, Toyota's legacy of innovation and financial muscle give it a unique edge that could tip the scales in its favor. The stakes are high, not just for these companies, but for the entire future of transportation. If solid-state batteries take off, we could see an industry-wide transformation. Traditional automakers might be forced to adapt quickly, and companies entrenched in old battery production methods might find themselves scrambling to catch up. For consumers, this means a more dynamic market with greater choices and better technology available sooner rather than later. At the end of the day, this isn't about flashy promises or abstract theories. It's about solving real-world problems. It's about making EVs more accessible, more efficient, and more reliable. Toyota's solid-state battery initiative is a bold gamble, a high-stakes bet that could redefine the EV landscape and bring us one step closer to a future where electric vehicles are not just a niche, but the norm. So here we are. The road ahead might be uncertain, but the destination is clear. A world where charging times are measured in minutes instead of hours, where range anxiety becomes a distant memory. Toyota's vision is audacious, and if they succeed, it could fundamentally change the way we drive, the way we live, and the way we think about energy.